Hello friends, welcome back. My name is Mustafa and you are watching my tutorial. In this video we will learn about content child and content children. Before I proceed ahead, I will strongly recommend you to watch part 25 and 26 where I have talked a lot about view child and view children. If you understand view child and view children, content child and content children will be just a peanut for you. I will also strongly recommend you to watch part 22 and 23 where I have talked about ng content, where you will see how you can pass data from parent component to child component. So if you understand view child and view children and ng content, this video is just a peanut for you. I promise. And here I have also given you the link. I will give you the same link in the description as well. So now let's see definition of it. A component or element that is projected in the template using ng content is content child or content children. If you don't understand this definition, don't worry. As usual, I will do practical demo and I'll bring you to this definition again. Content child help us to get first element or directives that match the selector from the DOM. They include only element that they found within ng content. This line is very important. They include only elements that are found within ng content. So I will prove that what I'm talking about, ng content. Content children is similar to content child. Only it returns query list, and in the other way you can say that all the child elements matching selector from the DOM. If you did not understand this definition, don't worry. At the end of this video, I will make sure that you understand what actually content child and content children is. So let's flip to Visual Studio Code. So here we go. This is app component.html and a respective I have app.component. So what I will do, I will create a child component. So I will do ng g4 generate c4 component and I will give name of the component as child. Now that child component is created. If you see here inside the app folder, a child folder got created and here I have CS file and the spec file. So I will remove this CS file and the spec file because this is not needed in this project. Now I have only two files, child.component.html, let's open it, and child.component.ts. And here I have, respective selector and the template URL and the style URL as well. So I will remove this style URL because this is not required. I will also remove all the unnecessary code that is written here, like ng on init, constructor, everything. So let's run this application and see what happens. And here we go. I have this is parent component that is coming from this app component.html. Now that what I want to do is, I will use this child component selector in the app component. I will simply use like this. Save the changes and flip to browser. Here you can see that we are able to see child works that is coming from the child component and this text is coming from the parent component. This is a step first. Remember, this is a step first. The step 2 is that I need to pass some data from app component to this child component. I will pass some, element. So here we go. Here I am passing, h1 element with some text and with template reference variable also. This is important. So now that just I am passing some element from app component. Now that I need to access this, element in the child component. So how we will do that? In the child component, I will simply use ng content and this selector. If you watch part 32 and 33, there I have talked a lot about what actually this selector is. So as of now, in the high level, I will tell you that this selector will match all the element with h1 tag. Whatever the tag we have with h1 element, that will be accessed here because I am using h1 selector. Save the changes and flip to browser. Now you can see that hello from parent that I am passing from app component from here. We are able to access in the child component. If I do h2, save the changes, you can see that it has gone. So let me summarize. What I did, I created child component and this child component selector I am using in the app component, and in the opening and closing of this selector, I am passing h1 element. From here you can pass anything you want. There is no restriction on that. So as of now I am passing h1. In the child component.html, I am accessing that h1 element using ng content. and you saw that we are able to see output on the screen. So let me convert that to H1 because I am using H1 here, this H1. And here we go. Now my requirement is that on the child component, I will have some button. When I click on that button, I want to access this value. I want to access this value in the component. As of now, it is here in the HTML, right? As of now, this is in the HTML. So I will have some button here. And when I click on that button, I want to access this, this content here in the child component. So let me add a button. So here I have a button, and this button has, an event with some text. So let me define this, event also in the component. So when you click on this button, this method will be called. So let me do alert as of now. Here you can see that I have a button. When I click on that, we are able to see alert message. So means this button is working. For accessing this content that I have projected using ng content, I will use content child. So let me import that from Angular core. Content child. Let me also import content children at the same time. And here I will use @ content child, and in the bracket I will give same name that I'm passing from here. Remember, whatever I'm passing from the app component, this template reference variable, I will use the same name. And here I will give any property. So let's say I will give div simply, and this is going to be of the type element ref. Make sure that element ref is imported here. Now the next step will be, when I click on this button, this method will be called, and from here I want to access that. So I will do this dot div this name dot native element dot inner HTML, and I will do alert of this. Save the changes and flip to browser. When I click on this, I should be able to see hello from parent in the alert, and here we go. So let me summarize what I did. I created a child component, child.component.ts, and this component has a selector. And this selector I am using in the app.component.html, and in the opening and closing bracket, I am passing some of the element, HTML element. And this element I am accessing in the child component using ng content. And I am using this tag selector. So if you see here, I am using S1 tag. So here also I am using S1. And finally, it is getting displayed on the page. And you can see here. Now that when I click on this button, I access that using content child on the component, and using div.native element.inner HTML, whatever the inner HTML here we have, like if you see here this one, inspect element, and whatever the inner HTML we have, we are able to access that. Here if you notice, in the S1 tag from the parent component, I am passing this template reference variable, but we are not able to see that in the inspect element. So that is fine, but you can see that here we are able to access using the same name. If I modify the name, let me put 1. Save the changes and flip to browser. Now if I click on the button, I am getting some error. You see, I am getting some error here. Cannot read property native element of undefined. Let me put a debug point here in the child component. So let me open child component here. And click again. You can see that this is coming as undefined. We have to use the same name what we are passing from here. So I will replace that. I will use the same name. Instead of content child, let me use view child and see what happens. So I commented that I will use here view child, and the same code, and this alert will remain the same. Save the changes and flip to browser. When you click on that, again you can see that it is coming as undefined. Why? Because this is projected through ng content, and if you see the definition here, a component or element which is projected in the template using ng content is content child or content children. Means I have projected here using ng content. So we can access using content child or content children only. We cannot use view child or view children. That is the difference. If we have any element directly here, like let me say, if this element is directly here, right? This is directly on the page, and let me modify this name like 1, 2, 3. Now you can access using view child. Let me put this one here. Save the changes and flip to browser. Now if you click on this one, you can see that we are able to see. Hello from parent. Let me change this text so that you can make sure that it is coming from here. I put Mustafa. Save the changes and flip to browser. Click on that. You can see that Mustafa is coming. Remember, whenever we project any content, that can be accessed through content child or content children. So what content children is, I will tell you in just a bit. As of now, you saw that what is the difference between content child and view child. View child means if you have any element directly on the same page, then you can access that. As you can see that in the child.component.html, this is available here and we are able to access directly here. But if we try to access, this text that is projected through ng content, we will not be able to achieve using view child. I hope you are able to understand what is the purpose of view child and content child. Let me undo that. Now let me duplicate this h1 tag. And here I will change the text as well. I will put like 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now that I am passing multiple, h1 tag from here. And for accessing that, we need to use content children. If you see the definition, content children is similar to content child. Only it returns query list or all the elements, you can say. So we will see how we can access all the elements. As of now, I am using, content child. Let me try what is happening. As of now, you can see that we are able to see 1, 2, 3 and 4. When you click on this, you can see that you are able to see 1 only. But I want to access all of them. So for that, I will use here content children and I will give the same name what I am passing from here. So it has to be same. And because this is going to return a query list, so I will write here query list and that is going to be of the type element ref. And here we go. Now that I will loop through each of the items because it returns a list, this is a query list. So I will do this dot, this div dot, and you can see that here we have for each method. We also have first, last, length and the map. So as of now, I will use for each method. And here I will give element and I will use arrow function. And here if you now do element dot, now you can see that here I have native element dot inner HTML and I will do alert for the same. Save the changes and flip to browser. When I click on that, I am getting some error. So let's see what is that. Okay, so if you see here, I am still using content child. So I need to use content children. So I converted that content child to content children. Now when you click on that, you can see that we are able to see 1, 2, 3 and 4. So in this tutorial, you saw that how we are able to access projected content in the component using content child and content children. Content child and content children help us to access only the content that is projected using ng content. If we try to access the same content using view child and view children, we cannot do that. The content child and content children is only required when content is projected using ng content. If you watch part 25 and 26, you can try multiple options. As of now, I am using, tag selector only. Still, if you have any question, any doubt, please write below in the comment box. I will be happy to answer that. Thank you so much.